Nottinghamshire County Council approached us about working with them to explore how digital technologies might be used within their libraries.
Initially we were looking at the use of our digital screens in libraries, but from early discussions it quickly became apparent that in actual fact there was a lot more we could do with technology, and so we started exploring ideas.
Over time, libraries have become perhaps synonymous with sort of this nostalgic idea that they're places where books are stored, but libraries provide a really broad range of services that go way beyond just books.
The way in which people access information, knowledge, books is changing daily, and we are going to have to evolve with that. The idea was that we would explore different ways in which everybody, but especially focusing on young people, would be able to access digital technology in an innovative way.
It was very strange for us not to know what we were trying to create.
We looked at the brief, we thought it sounded pretty interesting, and we thought that we could bring something to the party. So we applied for it, and we got the commission. And then what became apparent was it was far more research based. So it was a case of coming in and working with the library staff, with users, and really figuring out what was missing from the library's digital offer.
We wanted to talk to them and find out what they wanted, and also try and respond to their ideas.
The second session that we ran with the library, we brought in 2 robot puppets that we'd made for a previous project.
We brought Puppet and Digit to the library, and there are 2 6-foot robot puppets that have interactive technology. They have hearts in their chests that you can touch and talk to them, and they take photographs.
It's really difficult to explain something like, digital arts to people when they, all they've been exposed to is computers and tablets and phones. So bringing the puppets in was a good way for them to kind of see what was possible.
I think it also meant the staff weren't scared of what this project was going to be. They were like, oh, this could be really good. This actually links to what we do. It encourages us to talk to people and gets people wanting to come to the library and having a good time here.
And then once they saw that, they kind of start thinking, oh, well, maybe it could be a character, or maybe, we can do surveys on it, or, maybe it can be from outer space or something like that.
We then went through a series of coming up with ideas, and we brought some different ideas into the library and we presented them to both public and staff. And then once we'd agreed more or less what it was, we had to build it.
It became clear that they wanted something that was character-driven. Yeah, they wanted something that was reprogrammable, was simple. We came up with the idea of this, what was originally called the creature of knowledge, and it's just like a little alien creature, a little character that is, come to Earth to learn all about the human race and about 20th century Earth, and and that kind of morphed into what is now Milo.
Hello. I'm a mega-intelligent learning organism. But you can call me Milo. I have been genetically enhanced to remember everything I learn. I'm from the future. And I've travelled back to your time to explore 21st century Earth.
That guide is there so that the library staff can program him to explore different genres of fiction, to explore different authors, or whatever it may be that they want to pre-program into him.
Which is your favourite fantasy series?
I think that the end process of Milo is fantastic. It is in no way what we envisaged when we set out, but we can really see the potential for how people can interact in a completely different way.
What it is doing is already just being downstairs, people are smiling, they're walking past, they're going, oh, what's this? And that's really nice, and that's young and old.
What I would hope is that we can keep Milo up and running for as long as possible, that hopefully you can go and spend some time in different libraries, that lots of young people in the area can engage with him.
The staff will appreciate that technology isn't just something they have to do or they have to deal with. Actually, it can be a really fun thing as well, and something that encourages human interaction.
That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing with me.
I hope that It gives us a starting point really in thinking of how we can use technology in a really interesting way going forwards.
A project like this is a great thing because I think it opens up the potential of what a library can be.
You know, and the arts and information, reading, literature, call it whatever you like, all of that just gets better in Nottinghamshire, and that people's lives are basically made better. Which I know that sounds a little bit like a sort of hippie ideal, but I don't think it hurts sometimes to have very high ideals.